and some more 50 cents and $1 coins to look through. Did 2 lots today, and I went down the bank, took them back, and got some more. Just let me write out the usual hello. Yeah, so I'm going to go through these and see if I'm on a lucky roll, because I did pretty good today with the with the rotate. I'll show you. So the rotate $1. That's out 270 degrees. That one. Real nice condition too. Pretty hard to find them like that. And this one, top neck, incused flag. Oh, that's better. Yeah, it's got the incused flag on it. So that and yeah, the rotate, beautiful, and then really top neck. So yeah, there you go. Yeah, they're gone and sold. Sorry, so they're immediately gone. Everybody wanted them. So anyhow, I went back down and grabbed some more. Trish, how you going? Oh, good timing there, you just sat down. Wisey, yeah, I'm going to wear him out, all right? There you go. So anyway, yes, I thought I'll go down. Here we go again. I've got 2 different drinks here. And I got $100 of 50s, so I got 10 rolls of them, and 200 of $1, so 10 rolls of them. Hungry Jack's flat lemonade. I suppose that'll do it. Yeah, so I don't know if I'll get through all of them, but I figured what I'll do is I'll do like 2 and 2, you know. And I grabbed that one first because it's 2014, and another 2014 in case there's crop circles on them. I've only got one, and I just randomly grabbed those 2. But first, when I went down there, another foreign coin in there, United Arab Emirates, and it's funny because that was the last one I showed you. I just had one, and it was, if this is 10 cents, the other one was a 5. I don't know what year it is or anything. Anyway, that's another one to add to my pile of foreign coins. Sorry, I've got a frog there. Just had Hungry Jack's one thing. So this one I found today, and it's got the markings on the edge there, and it's been whacked out. You can see it's been jammed out there and hit just here. Now my theory on it has always been that it's somewhere after being minted, it's fallen down somewhere, hit a cog and been spat out, because it hasn't jammed there. You can see it's like hit and it hasn't stayed there. But I started thinking of another theory, and the theory of it is that this has happened just after it's been struck. And what I reckon's happened is there's feeder fingers. So you got these fingers. I've done a drawing, one prepared. So they're like this, and they bring the coin. They go around like this, so the coin's in there, and there's a coin here and a coin there, and they go around, they stop, and this gets struck, and then they take it away again, the next one. And this is all happening, excuse me, damn, this is all happening really fast, you know. I don't know how many coins it's doing a minute, but it's hundreds. And what I reckon's happened is that when this gets brought around to its turn to get struck, it actually drops down. It doesn't stay there, it goes down, falls down to the collar and the die underneath, which is that the anvil die, and it drops down. The hammer die comes down, hits it. Excuse me. And as the hammer die goes back up, the anvil die, it lifts up. It lifts up, and as it lifts up, it comes back up level, and this takes it away. What I reckon's happened is it's been struck, it's come up, but the fingers started going already, and it's hit the finger. Now the distance underneath that feeder and this here is going to be thousandths of an inch, because they don't want anything jamming under it. It'll pull it up. And so I reckon the only way this can get under, because I reckon, where is it? I reckon what's happened is that it's got under it there. So as this came up, this took off too early, grabbed it. This can't go under there, and I reckon it's just it's hit it, thumped it so hard, and then taken it along, and it's dropped out. And I reckon that that's the feeder fingers. And if I'm correct, that would mean that the feeder holders, where the coin sits in, would be serrated. And it would make sense, because sets of pliers, you know, you got pliers, they're serrated, the teeth to hold. And I'm wondering if these have got tiny serrateds down there, and that feeder fingers is only really thin as well, which would be only small serrations on it. And I reckon it would be serrated, because if it's smooth, it hasn't got no grip. And I reckon that's serrated, that there's a serrated edge on the inner part to grab it, you know, to have, so when it moves, it doesn't pinch it, it's all loose in there, it just takes it. But if this doesn't come up right, there's no way they want that going underneath there. It'll jam the whole machine up. So there's no distance. And it would just mean that the release after the strike with the feeder finger going was out of sync by a millionth of a second. And this started, as it came up, this covered it, you could say. And the bottom die kept pushing it, bang, and smacked it. And I reckon that's what's done it. I reckon it's the feeder fingers. It's been jammed. It's gone. It's coming up, and the feeder fingers come across, banged it. It's continued up and then gone. That's my theory. Anyone else can figure it out. There we go. Anyway, there you go. Now back to check the 50-cent pieces first. Dave, we'll go on then. I'll get my music going. But it's something to listen to. Anyhow, so that's because I was working on how, you know, I kept thinking it dropped down into a cog, and as it hit it, it got hit that quick jam and spat it out. Because to do that much damage on a coin, to even do that on there, it's got to be some heavy stuff. And it's got to be done by something that's immovable, because there's no other marks on the coin. It just the sheer strength, and I reckon that's because it came up and it got hit the feeder finger, and that got jammed, and as it came up, it hit the feeder fingers on the side. Hit it, bang, and then took it away. And it just out of sync with the coin coming up and the feeder finger taking it. So bang, gets struck, comes up, feeder finger takes it. And I reckon it was just out of sync, that bit, and it copped it. Yeah, that's what I reckon. But for that theory, I don't know if the feeder fingers are serrated, but if you're gonna have anything, things moving in there, you've got to have something that is non-slip. And the only non-slip thing you're going to do on the machinery they use is you're going to knurl it. It's probably just a straight line knurl. Anyway, that's my theory to it. Yeah, so it's it's a damaged coin from the mint because of I don't know what category you put that in, if you put it in damaged or error. It's post mint, so it's after it's minted, then it's damaged by the machinery. So yeah, it's post mint damage, that one. Yeah, so it still stays as a damaged coin, not error. But yeah, it definitely makes sense. Like, to do that to a coin, how much these things are like, wow. You know, just to put a mark in them, you've got to use a mallet, you know, 10 or kilo, 2 kilo, whatever it is in these days lingo, just to put a stamp mark in, let alone do that and not make any other connections. If there's no other connections, that means it didn't hit this side, that means it must have got hit like that. Nothing else has touched it. It's got, because there's no what do you call it? Cause and effect. There's nothing on the other side, which means it got hit like that. And that's a mighty force to do that. Jeez, I'm telling you. and you know, that's the only place I can think is the feeder fingers, because they are not stoppable. But if these got under it, they would. But the clearances they can have on those heavy machinery, on the bearings, there can be thousandths of an inch. And it would be to make sure no coins get under there, because they got under, they could jam it. And that'd be happening all day. Excuse me, I better keep that before I lose it. Put it over here. That would have been nice, eh? While I was talking, if it was a Millennium Incuse like I found today. Would have been nice. Nice 71. Oh, Reef, sorry buddy. How you going? Wisey, Trish, Peter J, how you going, buddy? Excuse me, it's really sorry, eh? You get what you get. I can't do much about it. My throat's got to be clear. The old S to G, yeah, he said he was getting some badges. Well, he goes around the world. If anyone's going to have badges, hey, it'd have to be him. He'd have to have one from every country, wouldn't he? I wonder if he wears them all on the jacket. When Comic Con's on or something, you know. Yeah, that's cool. I think Dave Brown said he's going to New Zealand. He's going to get me a heap to go in the book. Oh, 7-Eleven badges. Serious? My daughter works for them. Yeah, my daughter works for them in the head office, so she might be able to get them for me too. I never even asked them. They don't get involved. They got their own stuff to do, and I don't say anything. So, Snapper's going to be along soon, I reckon, if he's not already watching in the shadows. But I'll tell you in a tick what Snapper. Oh, the world. Oh, 9/11, you mean? You did 7/11. You've done 7/11. You mean 9/11? You got 7/11 there, mate. What are you trying to do? Trick me? The World Trade Budget, yeah. Yeah, 9/11. Oh, right, eh? Yeah, that'll be very nice, yeah. And, you know, whoever sends badges to go in there, they go in the draw, one entry each. And I'm going to give that whole badges, book of badges, the whole thing will go to one person. So, look, you're getting some really good stuff. There's already really good stuff in there. And you got Senator George, you're going to send me them. Excuse me. That'll make it a very interesting album to have, eh? Yeah. The Badges, Book of Badges. 79. I think I saw a double bar there. Oh, look, there's me saying these are hard to get. Well, they are. I'm just on a roll. So a nice couple of double bars, 79. On the 80 and 79, they're varieties they were put in there. So they're not errors, those ones. The other ones are all errors because they're die wear, but that's actually in the die. That one. 24 million on them, and the 80s are 38, so that's why the 79's are a lot harder. Oh, there's another really sponking 71, isn't it? I've been pulling a few 71s there. I wonder what's going on. I wonder if the mint actually found a bag, big ton of 71s, because I'm pulling a lot of these out. And who's putting them in there? And there's no way they've been surviving all this time in that condition. No, not a chance. Look, that's hasn't been touched there. And the hair on these were weak anyway. So that's very nice condition, 71. Look at the back of it. So can someone tell me why I've got like 10 in this condition in the last 8 weeks? 71s, I don't know what's going on there. Got me beat. It's like they found a big tub of them, or more than a tub, found a vault full of them. There you go, Dave M. Nice little animation you did there too, buddy. I like that. It was really good. I had a snifter at that. Definitely reminded me of Aliens when he came down and then on top of the pyramid, like at the end when they all got out and he had the nuke bomb and all on the Mayan temple. I don't know if that was number 2, number 3. But really well done. Awesome. Yeah. Oh yeah, really done well. There's a lot of work on in there. My daughter did that and I helped a bit, and I like doing a bit of animation. Can't do it on this one, this computer. I can't put it, anyway it does, I can't do it on this one. But yes, it's good fun. But a lot of work though. What's that one? Anyway, I'm looking, but I'm not looking. Oh, Gary McEwen, how you going, buddy? Oh, Julie, how you going, Penfold? Julie Wine, the old Penfold wines. Are they still going? Look at that, that's a nice condition too. Not so much that side, but that side's pretty good. If you had if you needed something you were collecting, and you're showing that side, of course, well, you don't need to worry about that if you can't see the other side. Until you upgrade it, you keep noodling until you upgrade. Keep upgrading, upgrading, upgrading. Let's take your ones out, upgrade, start another set with your second one, the other ones you took out, and then make a set of them, and then upgrading them, and then do another set with the best ones of them, second best, so on. But you got to do a lot of noodling for that though. Jeez, you got to do tons. It's not. I was looking for the variety. I should, know everyone might know, but the variety on this, it's thicker lettering. The detail's far more detailed and vibrant and sits out like 3D. It's pretty damn good, and this side too. And I reckon they do use proof dyes on both because the lettering is thicker. It looks a bit further away, and you can tell on the top of the T because it's nearly not double that, but it's thick, a lot thicker. You'll know. The whole thing is thicker. And if you look at the proofs that came out, it matches the proofs. So I reckon they ran a few circulators with the proof dies, obverse and reverse. Sometimes it'd just be one or the other, and produced a couple. I don't know how many, but not many because I only found that one. And so far, it's the only one I know of. No one sold any on eBay. I haven't seen any there. In fact, I don't know if I've seen any write-ups on it. It might be him. Yeah, I'll be bleeding if it was the only one that, you know, somehow got mixed up and they got them out, but that was in the hopper and it is like the only one. I'll be bleeding for what I sold it for. Yeah, so I don't know. I haven't found any more, so keep your eye on them because they're good. They're worth good money straight off the mark if you find one of them. Minimum $60 for one of those if you find it. Anyway, I want millenniums and 77 coat of arms and 88 coat of arms. 94 wide dates would be nice. Got one in today too. But I did alright today. The last couple of they were up, but today real good. 82, 2008, not doing much. It's not about 14. So it's got 2 crop circles on it there, one there, and one on the leg here. Exactly the same too. Little round pizza. Is that music? Annoying. It's like elevator music, but it's YouTube's music, so I don't get done for copyright. I can have it in the background. Otherwise it'd be so quiet in here. Alright, so let's see if I can be lucky. And this is I went to my other bank. So I went to my normal bank and got these ones. Those ones, the Incuse flag and the rotate, $1 that I got today, they were from my little bank. And I was going to go down there, I thought, no, I had, you know, the force was with me. It told me to go down there, which leads me to telling you that, yeah, that worked out really good, that I did go down there because I didn't get notification too, by the way, Snapper, hopefully if you're listening in the background. I've got my post box and I don't get notification all the time. So I go down there. Lucky I went there because I thought, oh no, I'll go down there and I will check my GPO box. But it's not a GPO box. Anyway, Snapper sent me, I can't go back any further. Wait, no, that's, anyway, he sent me a nice big package here from the Snapper man, the Snapper. Yeah, I was going to open it tonight, but I'm not going to because I've got all these coins. It'd be way too long. So I'll do a shout out tomorrow for that one, Snap. But I do remember him saying about a fortnight ago, maybe, that he was building up something for me. Anyway, so I don't know if it's badges or coins. I'm not sure what it's for. The badges, book of badges, or for the Grade 2 coin album. I don't know. I'll have to wait till tomorrow. I don't open it up before. It's all just like these coins. It's all the fun of the fair is don't do any sneak looks, you know. Don't cheat. So that'll be really good. So thanks a million there, Snapper. It's really nice here. But yeah, I was going to go down my little band. Anyway, like I said, they never notified me that there was anything even there. And it was today because I did check it yesterday, so it was there today. It was today that it was delivered there. I can feel the mule coming. I've had so many 2000s in my hand lately. I can just feel it. Oh, the Great Ocean Road, it's in a horrible condition too. Oh, looks like it. It's a bit dirty. I'll put him there though. There's one out of there. Scott, how you going, buddy? Thanks for joining. Yeah, I've hit the thumbs up. Alright, so that's 2 rolls of 50s, 2 2 rolls of ones. Then I'll do another. Then I'll do one of each after that. 1 roll of 50, 1 roll of ones. Because I'm anxious for checking things. I said to my wife, man, I've got to go check these things. I can't. The bug, you know, the bug bites. I've got the bug bite every time I go and get coins, every single day, every time. Every time I see those coins, it's this, yeah, you know, the excitement, what's going to be in. And but when you find 2 good coins that are in the, you know, in the top 15 of the ones you want to find, you know, they're the real money coins. They're the ones up the top there. When you find them, it drives you nuts when you got coins sitting there. And I wanted to get on here about an hour ago, but I figured everyone might be having something to eat or whatever. Anyway, but yeah, the bug bites. Especially when you find something nice, it's like you can't get enough coins, I tell you. So yeah, it's really good. Good buzz. Check for them, as I've said each time, there's 3 different ones to look for. Alright, so just look for the thickness of them, the feet at the bottom differences, and the top difference, and that point difference, the angle. So just look at those, get a few together. The more the merrier, you know, 20, 30 be good. And so you can scare over and find them and then sort them out. And you know, if you're getting like 2 in each pile and 3, you know you pretty much picked it right, because you're starting to get multiples of the same thing that you're eyeing for those coins there. When you get just 1 there and 1 and 2, it's still dicey on the 1 and the 1 on which one it is. So just do that now. That's what I do. Dave Brennan, how you going, buddy? I was in the, I don't know, I hope I didn't turn, I'm trying to read what you're writing on my little screen here, and I was just turning them, daydreaming. I hope I haven't missed anybody just dropped in and out. Hello to anybody I've missed. Anyway, yeah, so I've just randomly picking that one and this one. So 50 cent, 98. But anyway, yeah, it drives you nuts having coins sitting around, not checking them. And when you find something real good, yeah, you know, it's like the gold rush. You know exactly how they felt there. If you start finding good coins a couple of days in a row, yeah, you know what they were like with the gold rush. You got to get it, got to get it, got to go, got to dig, got to, yeah, you can get like that. Looking for the bubble. No bubble. Now, what is this house on the 22? No, that was just the bubble. But check it just in case there's a beak, crop circle, or any here, down on the foot. Yeah, what were you on eBay? Facebook. So yeah. Yes, well, it depends what ones they were too. Anyway, look, if you watch all my other videos, you'll know my banter on about what I'm doing when I show you the coins at the end, the ones that I've shown that, you know, and discarded a lot of them that people would collect probably, commemoratives, but I get down to the nitty gritties. And then you'll see after that, I'll say to you, this is what I'm really going to keep. And I've said before, those ones, take note of them, because as a seller, you can see all the other ones that I'm discarding because they don't sell. And if they do, it's 10 cents, 20 cents after all you're taking out all the time and petrol and driving and looking for them and whatever. And then, you know, putting them, actually your time for putting them on the sell, and then your time while you sold it and wrapping it or whatever you're doing if you're posting it. And in the end, you can end up down. And I've said that many times. So you got to pick your coins, and 90% of them don't sell for nothing. You don't make anything on them at all. Nothing. That's why you'll see at the end, I'll say this is the ones I actually keep, because, and you'll see other ones there and thinking, oh, I'd keep them. You can keep them if you're collecting them, but if you're not and you're selling, watch what I'm keeping. Because they're the ones that probably aren't selling, but doing the best at getting a chance to sell compared to all the other ones, because everything's pretty tight at the moment. Just looking at double shadow bars on that. Looks like it's got them, but it's a optical illusion with the light. Oh, well, I mean, it's just starting to wear there. A bit further on, it would have been coming up good. So the double bars, 2014, nothing. 73, no, you know, lowest min under the 85, 4 mil. I just rounded off, hey. That's horrible. Can't keep even that for that. And anyway, 73s are still fine. 72s, you find all them down there, but the 71 seem to be popping out really nice. But you can find all of them in that condition, like that 71. 70 right through 69s, right through to 76, no problems. No problems. And the Captain Cook. And if you want to go one further, the 77 Jubilee, all of them you can get in, you'll find in here in this condition. Every one of them, no problems. You just got to look through a lot of 50-cent pieces. But I found tons of all those years in top net, you know, nearly uncirculated. Because people are putting their sets in each day. As I said, what's not in there today is going to be in there tomorrow. That's why I do it every day, because it's a lottery. No day's the same. Today's proof. 2 of the out of the top 15 coins, and I got them in one hit. That's pretty good. Yeah, I'll just have a look what you're writing there, Better. Your coins that you sold. What do you have? No, I'm not getting one. I'm not getting any 22 $1 Mobaroos, buddy, at all, Dave. They bring. So what you sell, Scott? A green dove. Police, Aboriginal military, end of World War II, armistice. Oh yeah, well yeah, so what do you get, about 50 bucks? 40 bucks, 40, 50 bucks. 40. How good am I, man? Yeah, that's what I thought. Yeah, no, look, that's what that's what you're gonna get. That's what they're worth. You got sweet FA, but that you actually got what they're worth. Don't worry about what they're selling them at the markets for. Trying to get them at the markets for. What they're trying to sell those ones for, and what some people are selling them individual for. They're just not realistic prices. They're not 8s and 12s and $15 at all. They're all around the $4 to $6 mark. So that's it. You might not think so, but the reality is that's all people are going to pay for. And some of them that sell single for up to 10 and 15s, yeah, well, you know, it could be their mate bought it too. And they just cancelled it after they bought it. They still get to do the feedback. You don't see that it's been cancelled. You look in the completed, it shows it as a sale. They don't remove it, and no transaction even happened. So watch out for that. A lot of those things that are sold aren't even sold. They just got somebody to buy it and then cancelled it straight away. But because of eBay, they allow you to still do the feedbacks, even if it's cancelled. And in the completed section, they still show it as a completed sale, and it doesn't show you anywhere in there that this transaction was cancelled by the buyer or the seller. And so that happens. That's those ones that you see the 3,000 for a $2.88. Yeah, they got their mate to buy it, but the transaction got cancelled straight away. But it still showed up as a sale. Then people think that's what it sold for. So as much as looking in the completed section in the eBay to see things and what they sold for, now you've got another one I've thrown into you, is not all of them are real. And it's not shell bidding. Shell bidding is different. That's where somebody gets their friend to bid for them with not the intention of winning, but to just get whoever's in there to pump it up further and get more money. That's shell bidding. But you can get somebody to buy it outright for them from you and then just cancel it straight away. You get to do the feedback, and there's no strike against the person, because being the seller, you can accept it as whatever you want, as a friendly way. So there you go. So there's shell bidding, and then there's outright buying and cancelling the transaction immediately. So those sales, in those completed sales in eBay, you can't believe them unless you know the person. It's very hard. You don't know who's lied and who ain't. So watch out. Be very careful. Always check multiple and look for the average prices. You know, that's the best thing. Get past that. So looking at this straight away, the right angle, you can see it's not the same. So that's a large. And isn't that in good nick? Beautiful. A little bit off center. The old tilted die again, guaranteed. See it here. First, always deeper and shallower, and that's how that finning happens, because it's actually tilted, creates a little gap between the anvil die in this case and the collar, and it slips in there, in between them, and that's called finning, and that's because the something was on an angle, and it'll be the die. It's on the vertical, tilted vertical angle. So it hit here first, made the deeper impression, and just not as deep over here. Anyway, so that's a vertical die offset. Yeah, so lovely. Happened on this side too. Yeah, maybe the whole coin was angled. No, it's minted. Okay, yeah. Anyway, that's lovely. 10 million of them. At the moment, I'm on, say, about 3 million at the small to 7 million large, so 3 or 4 large to every small one. Better get through some of these, eh? Too much talking. But I told Jobby wherever he is he around, Jobby? No? Yeah, I'm just reading there. Scott, there, you feel better. Yeah, that's right, mate. Yeah, yeah. A lot of people are over pricing their coins. Everybody wants to look at the highest price and think that's it's what you'd love it to be, But the reality is, when you start selling your coins, that's when the reality check hits that all that is fake news. Well, not all of it, but there's a lot of fake with the prices. So, yeah. But that's the best way to find out exactly what your things are worth is selling them. Yeah. But my advice is don't put things on for auction anyway. Put them on fixed price. Just tell people what you want. And with those ones you had there, I probably would have gone, what have you got? Yeah, so you got that. Seriously, I couldn't give a higher average than $5 each. That's an average for all of them. All right, so probably $4.50 to $5 each on the average. That's it, mate. So they're worth 2.5 times their face. That's all with those $2. As with a lot of those colours, they're not 15s and $10, and then they're not the people that are trying to sell them. That's what they're hoping to get at the markets, and they're inflating them. Very much so, because I know that I can't sell them for the prices at the markets. The prices I can sell them for is what I just told you, about between $4.50 and $6, depending on what coins you've actually got in there. And on those ones you got there, $5 for each one on average. Excuse me. And yeah, but that's exactly what they're worth. That's it. So, but still 2.5 times the face value. But it's a lot of trouble to go to get things for that. And when you take out what you've done for it and that, it's not. You haven't made anything on them. But yeah, likewise, trading. Yeah, you can trade and do better for trading, but it depends if you're trading or you want to make something on the side so you can turn these coins into silver and gold, because that'd be the next upgrade. If you're finding tons and tons of really top coins that you can sell for those prices that you're hoping the $2 are for, like for 10 and 12 and $15 well, sell 3 of them, 4 of them, you get yourself a bullion ounce of silver. Anyway, but this is the gateway. The gateway to getting silver and gold for face value prices. So depending on what you found, say for instance you found 10 mules, you're not going to, but say you found 10 mules at $300 each. If you put them 300, you get rid of them quick. Well, that's $3,000. So and say gold is $3,000. Well, that means you got an ounce for $10. Anyway, you get where I'm going. You can't get better investment than that. But it doesn't have to be all mules. It can be an arrangement of a ton of coins, but they got to be ones that people can't get. They're happy to pay for because you put in a bit of effort for them too. They don't get charged labour. Look, I told you that 72 was no, chuck it out and you'll find. I don't lie, man. I don't lie. You can find them all. Just keep looking. And that 73 that was cactus, that'll be in here too somewhere. So anyway, but that's what you should be looking at, is trying to use this that costs you face value, can be spent if you don't use it, can be sold if it's rare, scarce, or, or something that's really well. It's going if it's really chased after. It's going to be rare scarce by the time it's getting chased after. Then they can pave the way to pay for a better collection. Maybe buy some mint sets, and it cost you $3 because you had 6 millenniums or something. Anyway, you get what I mean, and that's where the money is in money, yeah, it can help you along really good. They're definitely the underdog, eh? They're a really nice coin. Stunning still. Look at all the luster on that. I don't know what they did with them, but nice. 2012, no fruit loop there. Alright, we'll get $1 out. I've only been going 46 minutes. Oh, what's going on here? Maybe I better go down. That isn't caught up. Oh, you know why? I was like 5 seconds behind on my screen, my big screen. I just counted on it. It's about 4 seconds out, which is about right. That's about the fastest you can get it. So I've got a 4-second delay from me to what you're seeing is 4 seconds. So that's all right. It's pretty good. It's fast. Oh, what's this? Come on, the mule. He always calls me that. That's all I get is donkeys. Just feel the mule coming. And a few gone through my hands. Oh no, I said the next one in line is the 2016 changeover. So I got the millennium, the rotate. The next one is 2016 changeover. Could be a 2014 though. The 2016 changeover would be better. And then that leads me to the mule. That one looks like the thin one on there. Yeah. But yeah, it could be a couple of steps away if I went on that. 2 steps away. Could be a 2014 next phone, 2016 changeover, and then a mule. I'd only complain about the 2014, but I'd take it though. I haven't found any for ages. I thought there was quite a few around. I said today I took them back to the bank. I actually put them in. I had a few. I thought they were pretty common because it was fun. They're not. The 2014 Mobaroos, where are they? I was getting them, they're gone already. What did you get? You was buying silver coins when you was cleaning COVID rooms, got about $1 kilo of silver, maybe cost me 3 times spot price because I'm an idiot. Oh no. Oh, yeah, well, it depends what you bought. Did you buy bullion? Because if you did, then yeah. But did you buy numismatic value premium 1 ounce coins, which they always start at $105, going up to 145 for them. But that's the premium ones compared to your bullion, which is your straight out silver, nothing fancy. It's just a bit of silver that's been minted round and some design put on it is your bullion ones. That's the difference from them to the others. You can read the mint. What they're basically saying is they're pretty blasé. They just make it look pretty, and the silver, and that's the bullion coins that they sell. But the proofs, different story. They'll cost you up to triple that. And usually they put a privy on it, or even, well, some of the bullions can have privies as well, but you've got to make sure you know if you're getting a bullion or a premium numismatic value bullion. They're still bullion, of course, because they're silver, gold. But straight out bullion coins sold as investment bullion coins from the mint, they're always the cheapest. $45, $50. but don't be paying those high prices on that they charge for the numismatic value ones, on the bullion ones, just because they got privy or something, because they're still investment bullion coins and not the numismatic value premium coins, even though some of them do go up though. Look at that condition. 2002. Bit of dirt on there. You know what I've got? Gary McKeown or Wisey told me about this, and yeah, that works pretty good. Just an eraser, just rub it. That's really nice condition, eh? Too bad it wasn't mint marked, but it's not bad. I'm sure somebody would like that for their set, to collect. Oh, you bought premiums? Yeah, well, that's all right. If you bought premiums. So if you buy premiums, you're not talking spot prices, mate. They're totally different. Spot prices is for not for your premium numismatic coins. You don't want spot prices on that because you'll get ripped off. Simple as that. You want the numismatic collectible value of that. That's for sure. So you didn't get ripped off if you bought premium and it's 3 times above spot. That's not ripped off. That's what they're going for. They're totally different market altogether. That's why people collect. They get the bullion investment coins from the mint, and everyone's probably been looking at them on some channels and saying, "Oh yeah, great, excellent." You know, so yeah, they're your stacker ones, but your collectible premium that can go up not only from the silver value but the numismatic value. They are a different coin. They're proofs. They're handled with care. Everything's different about them. They're totally different. That's why one's $50 and the other one's 105, going up to 140. But if you got premiums, you haven't been ripped off. That's the price. That's what they're going for. And your masters in silver. I don't know which one you got. Well, if you only paid 100% more than a 1 ounce coin, you've done pretty well, mate. Because if you bought premiums, and they're not investment bullion coins, but they've got their packaging, just like this. That's a premium bullion coin. Inside, it's got a number. It's numbered inside from the Perth Mint in the capsule, and it's not a bullion coin. It is bullion, but it's not an investment bullion coin. This is a numismatic value coin. So, yeah, and different prices, and they fall into different categories altogether. Same as your gold, with your gold bars and your gold coins. Yeah. But yes, but yeah, those masters in silver, I used to buy them and split them all up. The 90s with them in there, the 88s, let's get all them. What other one did I get? 89s. I used to buy a whole heap of different years, and if I had my photos, I got them all in there on that hard drive that's shorted out. Yeah. Can't remember what. Pretty sure 89 first there. Julie, how you going, Julie? What's happening? Oh, what about a rotate? That'd be alright. 2010 rotate. If you've seen any with errors down there, don't know, I found enough today and I've got enough of them. I'm sort of just looking for the cream pie. nothing's happening on any of these anyway, I can see. We'll do $1. I'm on 55 minutes. Oh, look, where's me 2000 mil? I can just feel the vibes, you know. I want one, but I want to be greedy. I want to be real greedy with it. And look, all 84s, every old rotten stinking coins come along here for me to stuff up what I wanted to say, even that piece of crap. Look at that, 2008. Holy moly, nothing but crap. That's the large head, no rotate, no good coins in there at all. Oh. Anyway, the greediness was, there wasn't one there that, oh, look, I could just pull that. So I want a mule, but I want it like that. I want it, I want a $3,000 mule. 3,000 plus. Pull that out. Yeah. So I'm not being too greedy, I don't think. But one of them would do me very nicely. Not just a mule, but something just like those two today. They were in, not only was it Incu's flag and the rotate 2001 $1, but just the condition of them for being 22 and 23 years old. And I don't, they got wear on them and that, but they're in very rare, scarce condition. That's for sure. You do not find them every day, and then you don't find them in that condition every day, I tell you now. Usually the millennials are beaten up pretty bad, and the 2001s, well, you can see them through here. They get hammered. So, yeah, two rarities there, finding two really scarce coins up in the top 15, and getting them in that condition, that pumps them up a few levels, I reckon. For this time now, for the years gone by, I want to find them, but I don't. Like I said, for the mule, I want. I'm wishing now for the mule to be in this condition, But with the other one, I haven't thought that way. I've just wanted to find them, knowing that they're going to be hit, knowing they're going to be coming out, worse for wear because it's been a while. But when you pull them out and they're both in that condition, yeah, that's pretty good. So 2022 wattle, love wattles. They smell beautiful. They look great, and I think they class them as a weed in Victoria, believe it or not. I love them and the smell. Yeah, 2022 Grow Australia Coin Hunt number 3. No figures on them yet, A to Z. And X Crux is the blue one, and that's the special one. That's another large one. Look straight down there, straight away. See the distance. No prong there. And she gets cuds on the forearm just here. I had them uncirculated again. So I had lots of stuff back in the days. Just buy rolls of everything. As a real seller would, buy everything. Find all the errors in them. Sell the errors, which were more. And the leftovers were all uncirculated. And they sold as uncirculated. Every roll sold. The only things in the rolls that didn't sell was the end coins. No, sorry, they did. I kept all the end coins from all the rolls that I had, and every so often I'd do a batch of uncirculated end roll coins with marks. It didn't deter people, I'll tell you. They'll take anything when you say uncirculated. So, but I stated to let them know, as I do with anything, that they were end coins and they had marks on them. And if any others were in there too, any milkies, sometimes the 84s with milk spots in it. You know, I was really annoyed at them. Had quite a lot of 84 rolls. And even after 20 years, they were milk spotty, you know, the coins in there. Some of them, the whole rolls were crap. But I still sold them, but I told everybody. But they were, I think, you know, $2.50 each probably. Sold them for them, see, with the milky spots. But just to get rid of them, then I bought another roll, and then I bought rolls of Federations and broke all them open, and then I bought proof sets and I broke all them open, then I bought mint sets and broke all them open, then I started buying silvers, all the silver sets, and breaking them down, selling them individual. And that's the best way, that's the only way to make your money on them, unfortunately, I've got to say, in those sets, like the master sets, is individually, taking them apart and selling them individually, you'll make more than you ever will keeping it together as a whole thing. I was to buy the 88s. They had the 5 coins in them. Was it Cook? I think Diane Charles, the ships, 77 Jubilee. I think there was 5 in there or 4, I can't remember. But I used to pick them up, you know, get them in, I'd get them for about $80. Anywhere from, so average probably $70 I could get them for. And I'd get them for 70, and I'd sell them all for $30 each, the silver ones. And by the time, because eBay was cheaper fees in those days, like only about 4%, I think. But anyway, doing that, I probably made, I don't know, say $30 on each silver one, doing that. But everybody that was selling them as a whole, they were only getting, well, I remember between $60 and $90, depending on how good the case was on the outside and stuff. And that was it. But I'd jump in and do a snipe bid, get it for nothing, just about, cheaper. And anyway, and break them down, sell them individual, and make about $30 on it. I did that with all of them. Because as a whole, you could see I was buying them whole, and you can see the people that were selling them weren't getting the money because they weren't going. And I'd buy them and then break them down like Wall Street, you know. Look at that one coming off there. There's a nice trail line. Straight off there, real nice. You see a lot of stress going on here. Man, that might be a whole millions of them. If it is, that'll be the best ever that I've ever seen. Let me just have a look. It's only on that half. Oh, it's got them coming down there. Oh, it's got beauty coming off there. It's in good nick too. Yeah, it's in nice condition, this one. So, yeah, it's got the trail line. This one here is real nice. And look, right through there it's going. It's like a needle. And that's raised. And it's not a die crack, it's trail line. See, it's not in here at all. And the coin itself is in really good nick. But that's a real beauty, that's going right through up there. And there's a lot of stressing going on here. And I think it looks like, you know, this could be like this trying to happen. You can see all this crisscrossing, because this happens from over cleaning, they reckon. And it's never past the 50. And you can see there's nothing over here at all. See? all clear, all clear. And I always say never pass the 50, but when you get to the 50, look at all this. Look at all that. And there's some coming off here. Look, they're not die cracks. They're trail lines coming off that. That's what happens on the steps on the US dime, is it? Nickel? One of them. Or the 1 cent, not sure. But they get that coming off the steps. But it looks like that this is showing actually what was going on, that this is all the cleaning. I reckon that's all part of this trail lining that we've never seen before. I've never seen it. I didn't mark that. Oh, look, my grubby finger's gone there. Pretty good neck. Yeah, but it's just stabbed out there. There's one over here. Look right through there. But all this looks like it's all part of it. It's all weird. It's all patterned down there. I mean, it could be, but it hasn't done it to the whole side. So that's got to do with this, because the rest of the coin hasn't been done. It's in that quadrant that I always say, just from there down. Never this side, always that way. And you can see it there, because I've just wiped that muck off. There. And I reckon that's all got to do with this trail lines here. On the others, maybe the trail lines were there or bedded in, but because everything else was cleaned off. I don't know, already embedded in it, and they cleaned it again and left all, that's the actual crap they left on the face of the die, and it, you know, all the dust and fluff, and it's hit and it's moulded into the die, pushed in and given that pattern. Because if that was die flow, be all over here. Die flow starts from there and you see it radiating out all over. That's because the die face is melting. It's got so hot from being hit, it's actually turned to a liquid molten. And the die, that marks you see isn't the metal stress, that's actually the pattern on the face of the die, because the die is liquefied. And that isn't, because it's not over here. It starts here and it radiates right out. The whole face of the die is liquefied. So that's got to do with these trail lines, because it's only there. I'll check it a bit more, talking too much on it. I could keep going on, but that's what happens when you find a coin. It takes a while to get in, and you've got to get in there and research and check it and get up close. But that's the first one I've ever found with any other existing markings with the trail lines. Normally the trail lines are there and the rest of the field is perfect. It's not there. And like I said, I've never found a liquefied one where it hasn't done it, radiating from the center outwards, and you've got, even if it doesn't go right here, you'll see radiation happening. But that's just here, and it was crisscross and that way. It was, you know, the cleaning tool again. I don't know. But they're trail lines. You can look them up. Trail lines. The US coins get them a lot. The 2001's the only ones I know that get them. And that I've never seen before, what's going on there. With all the ones that I've had tons. Well, not tons, they're scarce to find. Well, they're scarce, yeah. They're not easy to find. You'll find them if you want one. Snapper is in the house, is he? Oh, how you going, buddy? I haven't looked over here for a little while. Who's up in the mangroves, what? Last time I seen Spud, him and his mate were playing in the mangoes. Oh yeah, they were. That was the other night. Yeah, I don't know how they go out at night, mate. I'm just looking up Snapper. Hey, yeah. Where's Spud? Is he here? Oh yeah, soon be time for Friday night. Yeah, with Spud. Yeah, I know he's got to watch too. You know, otherwise he's going to get a permanent cannon. I've watched his last lots. I can see he's like a horse at the bloody gate, waiting for the gate to open, and he's so anxious, mate, because he can't go nuts with what he was, how he likes to run things, because I don't know how many strikes he can get. I said to him last time, he said he's on his fifth, and I've read all my rules and regs for this thing, and the gig, what you can do, what you can't, and all that. And I'm sure I said to him, I've read where it says if you get 3, they can your channel. If they can your channel, everything on there disappears, and if you come back, if they let you back, everything's gone. All right, so if you want anything and it's not, and you haven't got it at home, so in other words, if you've uploaded it and you got it home, you're fine. But like me with these streams, they're not on my computer, they're actually in the cloud. They save onto YouTube. So if mine got canned, all my streams would disappear and I wouldn't have them at all because I haven't downloaded them. Can imagine how long it take to download. Jeez. Spud, some of his at 10 to 11 hours to download. If you're looking at the terabytes. So yeah, they do it for you. And so anyway, just the point is that lives are saved in the cloud for YouTube, and then you can download it if you want, but it's saved there. And they're so big and loud, I don't download them. They take up too much space. But if you get canned and brought back, your videos are gone. They're deleted, all of them. So, word of warning: if you know you're going to be on tenterhooks for losing anything or getting kicked off, that's a double bone. I don't even want to do that. They're under there. It's dirty. I'm not even touching it. You better save them, download them, and save the ones you want. If you think you're on the firing range, you get booted off. So anyway, poor thing, he's got to be careful with his music and other things on there. But yeah, they're just going to wreck it, because it's no harm, no. I don't know I don't even know why he got canned anyway. Which part of what he does got canned? So he got the tiniest little rabbit ear there, or what? Oh my God, that is the smallest I've ever seen. I'm not kidding you. That, but is it developed? It is. It's not a shadow. Oh, it is too. Normally when they get like that, when I get close and have a look, it'll be an actual dip, a shadow, It's just playing with you. But no, this one's not. It's actually a cud. That is the tiniest that I've ever seen. Every time I see him, what's this? 2010. Yeah, every time I see him and I check, it's like a hollow there where it's going to start. And so there's nothing there normally, or it's a little die crack starting. Anyway, that's the teeniest, weeniest little tiny rabbit ears ever. So that's another find of the day. That's the first for me. That small. Pretty sure. I know Phil couldn't find small rabbit ears, so I sent him one, or a couple. Because every time we find them, they're sort of big size, or medium size. But anyway, that's tiny, yes. Not much really happening there. It's all blasé. Oh look, there's my meat pie. I should have done that in the poll. Look, even on there's a round one too, so they must have done the poll before I did. So my meat pie poll was 76% round. I think it was 16 or whatever percent for the square, and the rectangle was 6%. So it must have been 14. So the one I actually get every day is a rectangle one. That was the lowest, 6%. Anyway, meat pie, first one, 2019. Still finding a few, but I still need O and L, and I've found everything else, but I haven't got that. No rotate. $20.10. Actually, I think it might have been the 2010 I sent, Phil. The 2010 and 2016. So the 2010s might be, in my mind now, what I've is the one that has the tiny rabbit ears, and the 2016. That's I'm pretty sure that's right. 2010, 2016 had the small rabbit ears, and I did send them to him, but not that small. That's like tiny, teeny weeny. It's more like an egg beyond the, I don't know what they call it, chicken egg ears, egg ears, eggbird, egg head, pea head. It's like a pea. The pea roo. The rupee. Rupee. Rupee's a coin. There you go. The rupee. There you go. It's the rupee error. Where is he? There he is. The rupee error. Because rupee is a coin. Indian. Mauritian. Indonesian. And probably a few other places that I don't know. Yeah. The rupee. The rupee error. That's a real, I love playing around with those, but it's perfect. I mean, it goes because it sounds good and it's a coin. So it stays in the numismatic jokey names. Where's me rotate spud? 3 in 1 week. And there you go, spud 3 in 1 week, 3 rotates in 1 week, yeah. And the average for them might be, well, at the moment, I couldn't even put a number on it because I haven't seen one, and I don't know how many of those 2010s have gone through my head. So, they're like, who knows, 1 in a couple of thousand down here in Vic or something. Must be thousands, no more than that, because I've gone through heaps. Could be 10,000 to 1 down here in Victoria. Yeah, anyway, he gets 3 in a row, but he might not get any ever again. Might be years in between, then you do your average, and next time he finds it, and it might work out that the average turns out 1 in every couple of years. That's a horrible Captain Cook. I think that turned up in 1770 in his back pocket. Ha ha ha, serious? Yeah. Yeah, I think, is that the leftover from the cyclone, Dave? Is that you're still getting affected from all that? If anyone else is talking, just sometimes things pop up on the screen and I can see them. So Spud's on right now. Yeah, well, he does Friday nights. Yeah, don't worry. He'll be there at 4 in the morning still. Maybe not. I noticed he's cut them short because, well, not the normal, but like I said, I think that's because he's been restricted. You just had 3 days of rain, have you, Dave? Oh, Snapper got to rotate 10 last week. But Snapper's hiding in the woods there, man. I didn't even see you there. Where was you last there? Oh, yeah, up there. Yeah, buddy. Oh, look, I told everyone about your lovely parcel that you gave me, and that I'm going to do that tomorrow because otherwise, I'm going to be here too long. Right? And it's pretty hot now. I haven't even got the fan going. So, yes, thank you very much for that. That's brilliant. And I said, I don't know if it's for the Gratitude Coin album or if it's for the the Badgers, Book of Badgers. But don't tell me. Oh, well, I suppose, no, up to you. I like surprises, but not really. I like to know. Curiosity killed the cat. I can't even sing that because I could get copywritten on that. Not that you want to hear me sing, but anyway, nothing there. I'll do another 50 because then that leaves me 2 50s and 2 $1 to do. And we're hoping. I'll take an 85. I've got 2 85s I found the last 2 weeks. And we got a 2020 yesterday. Oh, and I got 2 this week, 2 2020s this week. Oh, you know, look, I got to tell you that this is what you would be looking for. See how thick this is? There, looking thicker, but that's because it's been shaved, eh? It's not it. No, it's not it. The hair's not defined enough, it just pops. Yeah, it's been rubbed over, so when it's rubbed over, so it's been rubbed over, gone thick, it's gone wider. So, but that's what, you know, that caught my eye. That's what you're trying to look for. You're saying it's going to look fat, flat, wide, and a thick T-bar further away, but the whole thing's going to pop. That's what you're looking for on that variety for that one. Christine, how you going? Busy, 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 eh? It's bad. What do you got? You're riding in the rain. Too old. We had 4 days 35 higher in a row. Yeah. Wisey, yeah, I know, buddy. I said to you yesterday too. I know you can get the 41s. Copping it pretty bad. And Julie's been copping it there. We've been copping it, well, you know. Yeah, it's everything's changing a bit. I don't know. Got to think back on the years, you know. There's definitely a resemblance to the early 90s. The weather pattern and what's going on. And look how clear that is. See, it's all nice, clear. There's none of that crisscross that's going on with that one. You can see it all down there. And it's all wavy. It's all like water's run down. You know, what, like, you know, on the edges of the Sphinx or something, where you see all the water run down. I just said that because I like Egypt and watching all them, but that came to mind. But it's all furrows and burrows, and it's like a network of stuff going on all through there. It's quite amazing. And then the trail lines. But this one shows you it's just clear. Trying on the end of there. Yeah, that's clear. So that. I'll see if I can get up closer. Yeah, they're all in there. See how the metal looks over itself, like it's run out, and look at all that going on in there. And it's come off this. Look at that run down there. And that one's run down there too. And you can see that's thicker, and then it's down there. That's all on the face of the die. That's all the face of the die. That's the die mark. So something's going on there with the die all the way through. There was something left on there, I reckon. And that nice point right through there. But yeah, and only that half of the coin. Nothing over here. It's all nice. Exactly where I said it happens all the time. Always that quadrant, never past here, and always vertical. But that's That just reminds me of all the patterns on Mars. You know, you seen those ones on Mars in the craters and that, where the ice is down the bottom. That's what, you know. Anyway, that's a trail line one I've never seen before, and I've had them all, everything, but not that. I still want the emu with the die crack here. Just let me read. Oh, what's going on? Hang on, what's going on? I'm not going to read. Oh, what? Seriously? Oh, no. I'm not going to ask you all the details and that. Look, I went through, so I'm not sure what's happened there. Holy crap! Oh, you with the so you copped that's the Combank, and I copped mine from the NAB. Well, no, it wasn't the NAB. I paid that car. got ripped off the $7,000. The payment that I did went through NAB. I could have done Commonwealth. It wouldn't matter what bank I went through. The scam would have happened at any of them because I paid it from the account. You know, well, the loan. Oh yeah, mate, I'll tell you. I still got these pricks' phone number too, mate. Don't worry. And you know, I got their phone number. The idiots. The guy actually answered it the first time. And I told him what I'm going to do to him when I get him, mate. So unless he's changed that phone number, I've got it. And one day I'm going to be ringing it with a triangulated signal going on somewhere, and I'm going to pinpoint where those arseholes are, and I'm going to find them myself. And I've got a funny feeling that they're in Western Sydney. So, yeah, that's what I reckon. Western Sydney for that scam that I copped. Look, 3 in a row. Can you believe? Oh, it was a 9. 10, 10, no rotate. Yeah, the calls, I get, the amount of emails I get, because my email's on telling everyone, you know, the email and that. You should see what I get. Oh man, the amount of spam and the stuff I get told, and the shouting at you like, this receipt must be looked at now. Click the link below and stuff, you know. But I cop them really bad. The phone, no, I don't get harassed on the phone. I got my do not disturb thing set for them. But the phone, no. But emails, yes. And the scam that I got scammed with, well, of course, you know, I had to be a part of that because I had to pay the bloody idiots. But I ended up being a bloody idiot for not picking it up. Yeah, and I still haven't heard back from the NAB on that, so that was July last year. I haven't heard back at all from them. Nothing. Nothing. I haven't got no outcome from them. They haven't said anything. They've just left us. They gave us the loan. We got ripped off through them. They caused it to go through. It's their fault. And they haven't even contacted me or my wife at all. Nothing. All right. Well, we're down 2 to 2. 2 and 2. We'll do $1. What am I on? An hour and 29. Yeah, that's all right. It's Friday night. Oh, it's Friday night. Does everybody feel good when I say that? Like you sudden. Anybody just get a sudden hit of realisation that it's Friday night? And and honestly, Snap, if I could be anywhere, mate, it'd be 2 places. It'd be up where you are, because I'll get down there and dig crap out of that hole for you, buddy. Oh, no worries. And up there with Spud. doing a bit of whatever. You don't even have to be fishing, whatever. But I'd like to be out somewhere where it's, I'm gathering where you are, Spud, there where your sapphire plot. It's pitch black and dark, and I've got a telescope. I love looking up at the sky, mate. I used to spend 6-7 hours, look, every night for, jeez. I can't even tell you for how long I did. I'd be out there in winter, and mostly winter I did it a lot, and I'd be rugged up, and I'd be out there for just 4 or 5, 6, 7 hours just with the telescope and my camera. And I used to photo if I could, but most things I saw were so quick, and that I've seen some stuff, mate. I'm not even going to start on it, but I used to spend a lot of time out the back with the telescope and with the binocs and with the camera for years and years. I got photos, and I just love being out and looking up at the sky and the stars, and just, I don't know, just waiting for something to go past, and see something, as well as all the configuration and all the constellations and that. But yeah, I'm really curious about all that. Love doing it, and I reckon where you are be perfect, mate. Real nice. But yeah, the old and Haley's Comet in '86 got me going. Got me telescope to watch that, only for it to turn out to be a fuzzy little cotton ball you couldn't even see. But anyway, thanks to Haley's Comet, I got a telescope, and that was just amazing. And it's just a cheapy thing. It's not big. It's only 50mm, like 200, I think. Refractor telescope. Is it a refractor or reflector? No, it's probably reflector. Anyhow, reflector for close range, refractors for long distance. But yeah, I love going out in the bush. Yeah, it's all quiet. Like my mother-in-law and father-in-law, they're in Top Hill, out in Upper Beaconsfield, dead quiet. Everything, see everything on the hill, seen everything. Now they're not there no more. They moved to Friars Forest, and that's in the state forest down in Castlemaine. And yeah, that's pretty well, geez, you know, I love it, mate. Yowies, you know, and maybe drop bears and stuff. Who knows what's in the bush? It's good stuff. Real good, like doing that. And yeah, just checking out all the sky, and it's just amazing. And here I am doing coins when I could be not far from here, just out down the Calder a little bit, and probably pretty dark down there. Maybe I should go and find a spot one night somewhere that's really like that, with a good view of the city, or somewhere else that's lit up in the background, and try and do a noodle with something like that. Come on. These, how many of these? Tons, nothing on that. No die crack. 69. Let me zap up a little bit closer. It's probably too close. Windmill, don't see too many of them. The old Windies. Maybe they're 16mm or 15mm somewhere there. Well, that's a double bar. Right there. What is it going to be? It's filthy, dirty, horrible. 79. 80. Look how horrible that is. Well, that's a double bar variety right there. You don't have to fuss with them. Alright. There's enough of them in there for you to be picky, all right? You'll find plenty of them. The 79s, not so much. Keep all your 79s you find, and then be picky once you've got a few of them, and then toss out the real dirty ones, you know. But keep them at the start because they're not easy to find. And yeah, they're not easy to find, so don't be picky at the start, but once you've got a few, be picky. Definitely pick them out and, you know, just keep your best ones. Yeah, still telling everyone, just look for the die crack off her double. Straight off. The photo for it, I don't think I've got it. I think it's in that hard drive. But anyway, real beauty. That whole bit was going to come out of the die, eh? They're ready to explode. After a while, it would just gone. So we're down to nitty gritties. 2 to go. 2 naughty, nasty little kids to go. I haven't caught up. If anybody's dropped in, hello again. Let me just read. Let me just catch up here because I think I'm missing out on what you guys are talking about. I'm trying to. Everybody's getting scammed, eh? What the Fruit Loops is going on? Yeah, that's right, buddy. Yeah, we could. Be real nice to do that too, wouldn't it? Oh yeah, I got their number. Like I said. Oh yeah, I'm a real vindictive prick. I'll tell you now. Everybody probably knows that, but that's just me. Yeah, we all know each other, but we only know like 10%, 5%, you know. But I could be, I can get real narky. It's unreal. Yeah, so sorry about that, Christine. Everyone's copping and snapper too there. Cop 450. Yeah, just, I don't know what makes them do it. Just real dogs, that's it. Now if they sent you like, 10 ounces of silver in exchange for doing it, anyway, try and put a light side on it, but they're real dogs. They need to be dealt with severely. And if I was that guy and that chick, I'm dead set. They'd want to be worried if I could ever get the cash or whatever, get that number and triangulated. I'll be doing time. I'm telling you now. That's for sure. And gladly. Real. I would give 2 shits. More than happy. Pleasure and pain. That's lovely, isn't it? Another one. Getting a few of them. Yeah, nice 88. Alright. Oh, this. Oh no, I've got a roll of dollars to go. Come on, what have we got? Not getting any crop circles here, Snapper, but I got 20 with 21 crop circles from Willie's Milk Bar the other day. 3 of them in there. So I couldn't believe that. I was trying to tell everyone, don't think that that's normal, because it's not. It's not normal at all. Just somebody must have had a roll, or they got changed, whatever, and they just happened to be from a roll that had them all in there, obviously, because they'd have to be in a roll together, or a bag. And they just happen to have them, and then they've spent them down at Willie's, and I get 3 out of what I have, $30 of 50s or $20 of 50s. So just out of $20 of 50s, I've got 3 of them. And I've been finding them since you very first found them, but they're not really cropping up anywhere else outside of Willie's Milk Bar there. About now and then a couple, but I have got a few there now. I think I might have 18 of them, I think, about 18, 16, and I think I've got, I might only have a couple that have got the cuds on them as well, with the cuds, or the you know, there might be 3 on, I don't know, I'm only guessing, that have got the cuds with the crop circle. All the rest are just crop circle. And then all the other ones I've got, which is about 10 of them, are just the cuds without the crop circle. So I've got that missing link between the two, but only on a couple. And then I told you, when there's that 2019, the 2021 has got, that's what, Snapper, you sent me that photo, didn't you, this morning? That was the 2021 with the beak cud, but yours was down a little bit further, I think, and it was more round, like it was an actual dot compared to the one Julie found, which looks like the Fruit Loop. But if it's in the exact same spot, then that would mean that, yeah, it's doing what I said, that eventually it'll turn into a hole and become a complete dot rather than the crop circle. That's with those particular type on that, and the 2012, but not the 2014's different. Again, that won't do like that. That's totally different. Yeah. Oh, 2 to go. And look, Charlie, you won. I love Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory. The original with Gene Wilder. Oh no, we're not finished. I got dollar coins. Oh, maybe because I thought I was finished and my undies are on backwards and my shirt's inside out. There's a mule in here. Oh, did ya? Surprise, surprise for me. Just went out the door. So you just play. Now I'm lost. So you've got 4 2012 bubbles. 2021, yeah, that's right. Yeah. So that was right. Yeah, with that that 21 under the beak. So there's 2 to look for. There's a dot and there's a raised round dot, or a bubble, as they're commonly known. Yeah, so there's 2 different types there on the 2021 under the beak, and and he sent me one, so that's probably what's in there. And Paul Wisey doesn't have a 2012 crop circle. There's plenty, mate, down in South Australia. Just go find yourself a wheat field. I heard there's crop circles around that way somewhere. Just get your bit of board out, mate. Make some crop circles yourself. But yes, it's a lottery anyway. You know, I say it all the time. It's a lottery, and it is a lottery, because for you over there, you're in the real. you're in the lottery to get a lot of stuff, but then there's stuff you guys get over there that we don't get here. So each state gets its fair share of stuff, except for Queensland. They get more than their fair share of stuff. They're the most, they're the spoiledest of all the states, is Queensland. Absolutely, without no doubt, Queensland is number one for all your coins. There's no doubt that that's another tiny little one right there. What's this one? Never got a 2015. It's going to make, not even, oh no it's not. Oh, look at that, see? It looked like it from there. I thought it was a tiny one, it's just a knock. Anyway, you got to check them. I was going to say, he's making a liar. I mean, the 2010 is the smallest one. But yeah, look, you know, Queensland, I've got to say, if there's new stuff coming out and whatever, you need to be northern New South Wales and Queensland. But you might not hit the jackpot either, because that itself is a lottery. And it's a lottery because northern New South Wales and Queensland get the first of all coins released from the mint when they come out. They go there first and then they circulate out to other states from there. But at the same time as that is about to happen at the mint, if any states put in an order for coins, then those states will get the coins, you see. And those states might get all of them and Queensland might not get any, depending on how many states, how many banks ordered them, you know, and so that's the lottery. But if no one orders anything at the time of release, they're going to northern New South Wales and Queensland first off. That's the first direction from the mint, and then to the rest of the country. And the only way the other states get them before Queensland are getting them, northern New South, is if there's an order being put in by the banks. And maybe deliberately, that the mint has actually deliberately sent coins to a state on purpose because of the significance of the coin, as in the Mabo coin going down to Tassie. You know, so, and then the Federation coins, you know, look, I know, the Federation coins to each state, rather than just, you know, sending them off to Queensland and letting them get around themselves. So there's deliberate ones that aren't put out into the states, but not all the time. Like these ones, when they released them, 1.5 mil, that was by the mint, not the post office. They were definitely distributed evenly out. But I bet the first ones were in Queensland. I bet anything they were there. So anyway, but that's how things happen. They get it, but if any state has made an order, they'll get the release coins. But it's got to be at that instant that there was going to be a release. Oh, look, at 2014, amazing. How many of these have I gone through to get the 2014? Oh, yeah, yeah. That's the Million Club too, you know. So I'm going to keep these. I took a ton back. I had some really nice ones too. Can't believe it. And I took them back, but they're a million. They're in the Million Club. It can't be sneezed at. I've done a lot of coins since Snapper. That last time you told me that I missed one, that was the last time. Even the 24. That was the last time, and I'd missed it. So when was that? 5 weeks ago. And then if you go back before that, because I missed that one, it might be 10 weeks since I last saw one of these. And I've done tons of dollars. Don't underestimate that 14 like I did. It's low mint and they're bloody hard to find. So, yeah. Well, that was a find just before the end, wasn't it? What do I get? Oh, the A, the 1.5 million. AUS, 35 years of a dollar. Discovery hunt. Beautiful. Privy marks, counter stamp, mint marks. Keep every one of them that you can. You know, and you know, have discretion when I tell you that too. If they're mangled and knocked and whatever, there'll be another one in there tomorrow for you. So chuck it, put it back. What's going on there? Let me just check that. Just caught my finger. Where is it? I thought, what I thought had happened, you see it on the $2 coin. I thought that it had finned up here. And just feel something just there. Yeah, just on there, on this one. But you'll see some $2 coins. I've only seen them on the $2 coins. I can't say I've seen them on any of the other coins. But you'll see where this is extended up above about that much past. And there can be 1 or 2 or 3 of them that are extended up here. And you'll still have this, but it's that center bit. And it's up here. And it's absolute wafer thin. Wafer thin. And it's sharp. And it's these up here. But it's the center bit. You see that center bit? It's that center bit up here. And that's because when it's dropped into the collar, it's gone in the collar and it hasn't dropped in and then locked in to be minted. What's happened is it's come down and the collar is cut in between that. It's caught just off and it's cut, and what it does, it's cut it up. It's cut through and it's cut the metal and it's pushed the metal. The metal's been stretched up, it's caught it and it's dragged the metal up. And it's absolutely wafer thin, sharp as, and it can stick up a mil or so. And you see them on the $2. And that's contact with the collar. And it's cut it in between those, not on there, because they're still there when you look at them. It's in between, it's shaved out in between. It shaved it and it's now standing up. Seen them on the $2. It's not finning either, because finning's from tilted die or tilted coin. Well, tilted die it's going to be. Yeah, so anyway, got that 2019, and I thought that had it on the edge. I thought that had copped it because I could feel it sharp. It has a little bit, so they don't drop into the collar edge. It looks like that. See that in there, that bevel? See how it's on that bevel? See that? That's what your collar's like. And so if the coin drops here and touches it, goes in there, that collar's got the reading on it. It's razor sharp. And so if it doesn't drop in squarely, if it cops that edge, it'll shave it up and put it'll put that reading up on top. But it's the inner middle of the reading's been stretched up. And if it gets worse, like on 2 of the coins I've got on eBay for sale, the Anzac and the 1988, you'll see that they've got a big piece of metal and it's been minted. And the metal's sitting on top like a tin foil. And that is where it's gone in and touched the edge, but to the extreme. It's touched the edge. The collar's like that on an angle, so it's come in instead of going in square. It's come in. Well, it's more like that, I suppose, but it's on a little angle. So instead of dropping in square, it's come in and caught it, but on the extreme, it's really gouged out a bit of metal, and it's put it as it's dropped down. This is happening all at once. It's come down. It's gouged a big piece of metal off here, and the metal's gone on and it's minted it. And so that the two I got for sale, you'll see, is the metal's on there, but it's from this edge, and that's from severe contact with the collar. And that's called a cold shut error, because that's a bit of metal that shouldn't be in there, that's been introduced foreignly, and it's not a part of it, and it's not stuck to it. It's been minted with it, and it's sitting on top. And that's called a cold shut error. In my case, you can get them where you'll see all the patterns not there, it's missing, and a bit of a dip. That would be a cold shut error without the retaining. The piece of metal that was ripped off is actually fallen and gone. In my case, it came over, it did it, and it retained it. So it's a cold shut retained foreign piece of metal. Even though the metal is off the coin itself, it shouldn't have been in there. It's a cold shut, and I've got two of them. So that's the extreme. But when it's just light, it catches it and puts, you know, up to a quarter mil or something higher, and it'll be really sharp in just a couple of them. See mostly on the $2. But the cold shut ones I got, they're extremely rare, and I got on the 2014 Anzac. It's the only one. No one else has got one. No one's been sold. It's a one-off. It's as rare as. And the 88, I ain't seen one of them too. And they both happen to be cold shut on the 12 o'clock area here. So the Anzac one, all of that is minted, but on the piece of metal that came over. If I was to put under it and take it off, it'd be blank. And that's how you can tell if that happens with a cold shut. It'll be blank with no metal there. That's a cold shut, but not retaining. But mine, the metal's still there, and those are all minted on top on that foreign piece of metal. This is all minted on there. Anyhow, there's a bit of info for you. They're good ones to look for. They're very rare. Look, they're as rare as chalk, Steve. I got those two. I think I've had maybe a couple others, but they're extremely rare. Cold shut error retaining, very rare, very, very rare. Because normally it's flattened so much, like when it lifts, it just floats off and goes. But in this case, what's happened is when it came off there, it's sort of ripped it and over. It didn't rip it off, so it's peeled it all up and put it on. And it probably would have just been a bit of metal, but by the time it was squashed out, it did that whole piece there. But it was probably only a little piece because it's like paper thin. Yeah, anyway. They're hard to find, very rare. Well, that's it. I'm out of coins, I'm out of breath. I don't have a drink. I haven't even had a drink. I think I've been talking 2 hours non-stop. I got me roll up. I haven't eaten any of that. Jobby, how you going, buddy? I've probably missed heaps of stuff you guys are talking about because I can't read everything and catch up. I try to. Probably just like you not listening to me anyway, you're just having a look at what's going on. Yeah, I was thinking about that too, Christine. When's the next game? Yeah, well, I don't know because it's just sitting there, and I sort of I've been tunnel vision trying to get that Facebook and getting a handle on the Facebook and trying to get stuff up on there, trying to get followers and friends, you know, get people. Yeah, so I've been pretty involved doing all that and full on with this. And so, yeah, I don't know. I might try and do a game during the week, I suppose. I was going to do a poll to see which... the first one I'm going to play is going to be the miners' rights one anyway, let's face it, because I just did that bloody new board that I made. So, yeah, miners' rights will be the first game up. And it'll be 4 players, as usual. And there's probably a few of you there waiting to jump in. But yeah, I'll try and oh yeah, I don't know. I mean, I could set one up at any time anyway, you know. It's not me really, it's really everybody else being able to play at the same time. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, I've got to change the... I was thinking of the rules changed for what I said about... because been playing 4 games, and then the winners of each of the game. These are my games that I've invented for anybody. I've invented 3 games, and we've been playing them. I wanted to test them out to see what people think of my inventions, and they worked out really good anyway. They're good games, and they play really well. And they more or less played straight off 100%, nearly straight off the mark. So I've been playing on here, 4 players. I do all the moves and everything, and that's all. Everybody's just gonna make sure they stay online and they turn up for the game and they're there. And I do all the moves, and you guys just chat in there, and 2 hours. 2 hours. It's 2 hours every time anyway. The game itself is about an hour, but talking and a bit of waiting, and there's lag in between with the internet. You got to laugh for stuff. Thunderstorms that puts Julie on the floor with her phone. Poor darling, I still feel real bad trying to pick up reception during a thunderstorm. Yeah, I told my wife that I still so bad about that night. I told her I can get a bit hot-headed anyway. And yeah, so I apologise all the time for that. I wasn't real bad, I was just getting narky, but poor thing didn't have internet because of the storm. And she's on the floor at the door, on the phone, trying to pick up internet just so she can stay playing. I mean, the sheer effort of doing that is just a miracle. It's just amazing. That was really good. So yes, patience. I have to learn a bit of that. A fast game's a good game. That's what I'm about. But it's a bit hard on online when the other person's having a bad time. And I think Christine was having the same problems. So I've got to be more. Not just me. Anybody that does this, got to be more. You got to wake up to the reality out there that not everyone's got the best of everything with internets and stuff. And I take things for granted here in the build-up area. You can't do that. You got to think of what's going on out there. Forgot to bring them into view. So anyway, yeah, good game. I do all the moves, and whoever wins, I got something. I'll dig out something to give away to them, and a badge, a special badge, winner's badge, one-off winner's badge, and there are one-offs because they're numbered. Oh, I just cut out then. Hope it's still all right. Yeah, so they're numbered. So they're one-off badges because they're numbered anyway. So I make badges for the winner and prize, and then the winner goes. And then after 4 winners, I did a final, and then the winner of the final, in this case it was Michael. He won the final. So then what I was going to do is get another 3 final winners and have a grand final with those 4. But that's like 16 games down the track, Don't know my arm could handle that. But yeah, so I don't know if there's a bit too far, too many games in between, because that means that Michael can't play any games until that grand final. That's 16 games away. So I can't, I think I might just can the grand final. just can any. Oh no, the final you got to have a final. So I might just can that grand final, and then it all starts afresh again. No room for badges. Yeah, well, anyway, I sent you one. I'm going to tell you anyway. I want to tell you. I sent one to you today in your package. So I sent you one of them. So that's the only one left. There's only 3. Yep. So Woody and Echo's daughter. That's from Willie's Milk Bar. she has one of these. So she has one. Those badges I took down the other day, Wednesday. There's only 5 of them. I took 6, so that one's for their daughter. And I got this one, and I sent one to you, so you got the other one. I don't know if I'll make any more. I probably will. I'll give that one away, and the other badges and stuff. Probably should pump them out more, but they're just there. They're not hard to do, I suppose. A little bit of time. So anyway, you got one of them coming. So you got another badge. But I thought, that you should have that one. So you've sent so many badges in, and I wanted to give it away. And well, best thing was you had a package going to your place, and so I popped that in. So yeah. So anyway, it's a nice badge. I like it. I reckon it looks pretty cool. Anyway, I can make some more on that. No one's really requested any badges off me anyway. No one's requested anything. It's only I've been giving away. But yeah. But I'm going to make some badges up anyway. I'm going to do some drawing or some painting on one hand. Do it. I'll do some things, and I might have to sell them to support my channel. But they'll be one-offs, hand painted or hand drawn, or do something on it. I don't know, something anyway. To I don't know, make it worthwhile to get support. Yeah, thanks, Julie. Yeah, and same as these. I want to, I've got to go and find some apple and pear, or cherry. I want to get some cherry wood, and I want to make some more of these. Don't look at that at the end if you're wondering. That I deliberately wanted that on there. I just wanted it on there. It doesn't matter when you're doing stuff. That's the wood talks to you, mate. It wanted to stay on there. And I'm glad I did, because it still looks like a duck. Yeah, it does. Not plain, nothing. It looks like a wood duck. Or green teal duck, I don't know. Anyway, there's shapes and faces in everything you make. You should see the totem pole that I've got. Oh man, it's amazing, from a root and what I found in it. Oh, all the animals. Oh, it's amazing. Yeah, it's about 3 foot long. Couldn't believe it. But all the shapes, everything that you see every day, they're in everything already. We put a name to them, but they were around before we even knew about shapes, or what that shape, or anything, Yeah, and I find shapes and things in everything, and my paintings that I do. I don't start with any design, or unless it's deliberate, but yeah, I just let it go sometimes, and things just appear. They do. Anyway, you'd have to paint to know what I'm talking about, but that happens. They just appear, and when they do, then I work on it. And that's the same as the wood. So I just clean it and whatever, and then I see something, and then I work on it to bring it out. That's what you do. That way you're not destroying anything on it. I've kept all its colour, everything there, just taken the bark off. Just got in there. It's smooth. That's beautiful. And then that one's peach, and this one's apple. And that was just to open up. I had no use for it, I used the ones that are natural. They had a natural point. That's why I left that on there. I've fixed, I've shaved a bit, but it was just natural down there. And you can use the other ends too. But wood is the best because it doesn't mark your coins. You can clean with them. Anyway, and you can use them if you're religious too. These are Bible pointers, all right, or Quran pointers, whatever religion you're in, whatever you read, whatever, or just books. But these are called one-word pointers. That's what this is. That's what this is here. There's my one that no one's seen for quite a while. Haven't had it out, have I? So that's my pointer that I had before I made them. It's really heavy. It's nice. I haven't had it out. I probably should use it. A lot of people like it. Steve likes it. Punter. Where is he? He's not around. but these are religious artifacts, or whatever you want to call them. Religious. I didn't know, but they are. So that's that there is a one-word pointer for any gospel book that you've got, and that's what they're for. It's so you actually, it's to make you concentrate on that word better. It works. It really does. So you're doing a word at a time. And if I talk to you, I can stop there, turn around, I come back, and I know where I am. And so that's what they start off as. But I use it for a pointer here. Yeah, and that gave me the idea for these, because these, on the religious sites, made out of wood and that, they're selling these for $175. Go and have a look. No, I'm not kidding you. They are. And I wasn't going to pay that. So they gave me the idea to make them anyway. So from that, having that one that I got off my daughter for Christmas the other year, to me looking them up, to seeing how much they were going for, that turned me into these ones that I already had dried for the last 12 years. I had them in a bag, and I turned them into these pointers, but they are religious pointers. And Julie got hers, and I told Julie the story about them. So I made 8 of them. I've got 2, and 6 went out to people. And Julie and Christine's are a matching pair, because it split, and I sent one each to them. So there you go, you're connected by the wood. Oh no, Julie's fasting right now. Oh, well, yeah. Well, we're not talking about food anyway. Yeah, sorry about that. Oh yeah, I'm going to get some ice cream too, mate. I love ice cream. Reese's peanut butter. Oh. Sorry about that, Julie. I just had to have a stir because I had that there. All right. That was Haley's comment just came through. Look at the ads. They should sponsor me. Seriously. I could go all day talking. There's a speaker here I could talk about for hours that I got for Christmas. I swear to God, it's the best thing on earth. Portable one. Yeah. But if I believe in stuff, mate, no worries. I could do ads. And I have to believe in it to do it, otherwise I won't have a bar of it. Yeah. Anyway, I've got a few good coins. I can't remember now what I've got here. You can see Gash 1, 2, large, Gash 3s, real nice 202, 2002. Another shippies. That one there, definitely reckon the feeder fingers grabbed it, it's come up, banged it, shoved it back in, took it over, dropped in its hole. So I reckon that's the fingers, I reckon that's the feeders doing this, and it's out of line with the release and take away. Only by a millisecond. 79, double bar, made a liar of me, 72. And I said you can get better ones. Nice 71 again. 2014 Mobberoos, well, that's probably the find, isn't it? In reality. Oh, the 2019 A. What's that one? What's that? Oh, that's the little Varieties. Yeah. Yeah, well, the 2014's got to be. It has to be because I'd say, I just didn't think they were worth it. They just weren't selling for anything, That's a put away, because at the moment I can't, anyway. If you got them uncirculated, yeah. But they haven't been caught on to being that pricey or anything in that range of that million and gotta have, and they've gone up. They just haven't got there for whatever reason. I don't know why. Some things take off, some things don't. Hence me putting them all in before Christmas, because I looked up what people are selling them for and what they were going for, and $2, $3. Nah, I wasn't in a bar of it. Yeah, for low mint, but that that's one for 10 years, 20 years, you know, it's a million. Just look at the 85s especially, even though the same with the 93s, but the 85s go more. Yeah, and see what they're doing at a million. So definitely got to keep it. So it's got to be the fine because of the mintage. That is in a error side of things. That's definitely the fine with the trail lines on it, and all this patterning that's going on, that's coming off there. So they're not die cracks. It's just feeding off that, like the steps do. They're trail lines. And you can see they lead into the rest of all this trail line. I mean, that could be trail lining on the severest scale anybody's ever seen in their life. It's just these by the hundreds all through, not just that one nice one, you know, the couple one over there. Not just that nice one that's pinpoint right through and through there, through the tail, but all of it. Yeah, anyway. One of those curio ones on the side there, but definitely that was all on the die anyway. It was all on the die for sure, because it's clear from there over. So all part of the trail line. So trail line with extra trail line and markings. That's all yeah, that's what I'll be putting it down on the description. Extra top and on top. All right. Anyways, yeah. So yeah, it was, you know, it was a good talk. It was all right. 2014. Yeah, nothing's really grabbed me by this one. Yes. 2014. Yes. The 71's nice, but you know, I've found quite a few now. 88's nice, yeah, but I've got a few of them. Yeah, I didn't even like that one anyway. The Waddle I do, nice, but it's not very good condition. But that one's good for your, you know, your set. Real nice 203, 2003, that's good. Yeah. So there's nice sort of commony fodder, you know. No, not definitely rare, you know, that isn't. But I've got to check it a bit more, but that's pretty scarce, really. And I've got tons of them. I've never had that on there. It's just right through that whole side. I don't know if you can see it there. I want to show it again. And all up there. And it's coming in there, that way. But it's all vertical still. Everything's going up that way. Like it just grabbed it and rubbed the die and left all the something on there. And it buried into the die. It's permanently marked it now, you know. So it's sort of like a struck through in a way, but it's furrowed in there, it's gone, and it's not oil and grease. It's not oil and grease. This is something else they've cleaned with, like lint and fluff. And it could be liquids too, not oil or grease, but water or something that can't escape. And when it can't, nothing escapes when it's down. Nothing escapes. Whatever's in there is trapped. And if it's liquid, it can't escape. It can't turn steam. It can't get out. It's zero clearance, and it buries itself into the die. That's the only place it can go. It's got to go somewhere. It's got to make room, so it pushes into the die. And there you go. There you get all this. But it's not all the grease, though. All right. Anyway, I've talked too much, way too much. It's not too much for sure. Yeah. So yeah, real sorry there, Christine. Yeah. Man, damn, it's a real dog. Oh, Michael doesn't know yet. Oh, shit. Well, he does if he's watching this. Cream on the wood stove at the claim with ice cream. Yeah, I know. I love your little setup, mate. I like all that stuff. I like that. Yeah, I like your shed. Everything you got there. It's really cool. And you like a caravan, your 4-wheel drive. Yeah. Probably got a boat. Did I see a boat? I don't know. But yeah, all looks real nice. Yes, Julie's going to pray for Christine and pray for justice. That's beautiful. Well done. And yes. Yeah, I know. I'm already praying for their justice, like for the dudes with me, mate. You know. And you know what that would be, but can't say it. Not being nice. Anyway, if karma's real and things go round and round and round, it'll be part of the 90% we don't know, and those people could have some real bad shit happening to them that we don't know about, but they're copping it. Let's hope, anyway. Yeah, thank you to everybody for dropping by and listening to me waffling on for a bit anyway, you know. That's what you get when you come across. I can't put time on it. Anyway, I'm always apologise. I'm real sorry. I know there's a lot of people want me to do me short videos, but yeah, I like doing these. It's live. You know, there's nothing better. It's really good. I like doing them. So there, and I'll put little ones out when I can and what, but these give me my life back. I can do heaps of stuff, you know. If this was a video for this long, I'd have to stop it now, just say you guys weren't here. I'd have to put it onto my laptop and all that, and like for this length of time, man, 10 hours later, it'll be ready and watching, you know, like that's how long videos take. Massive amounts of time. Anyway, here it's live. The only problem I will have is if the internet cut out or something, but it's not. Everything seems all right. I got the lighting okay, I suppose. Seems all right. Might be a bit over, but you know, that's that one because it's real shiny. Anyhow, I'm waffling. I'm going to go. Have a good Friday night. What's left of it? What time is it? 11 o'clock. Oh, 10 of them. Yeah. Well, anyway, it's Friday night. Like I said, who feels good when somebody says that? Make you, you know, just think Friday night. We ain't kids no more. They have to go to bed and stay up all night. Anyway, I'm going to go and I'm going to do something here. I'm going to switch over to Spudley. I'm going to see what Spuddy's up to, if he's still on. And I'll have him going in the background while I'm cleaning up and doing stuff and getting everything fixed up here. So that's what my next move is. So if anyone's over there, I'll catch us over there if he's going. I'm not sure if he is. Anyway, if he is, I'll drop over and say hello. Alright, so thanks very much. I'll catch up with everybody tomorrow because I'll be doing a shout out for Snapper for sending me some big package too, buddy. You didn't have to go doing all that. Anyway, I truly appreciate everybody sending stuff. You know, I keep saying to you, Waffler, go down. You know, if you build it, they will come. Yeah, sorry, Dave. I'm fixing that up. I've got heaps and heaps of stuff to stop spammers and stuff. You know, so don't sweat if it's there. I'll release the evil. If it's real bad swearing, then I won't, of course, because it's a. You know, I do advertise it as being family friendly for everyone. So yeah, I've got a lot of stuff in place, and that way I don't have to have administrators and people, you know, so I can handle it myself. When it gets out of hand for me and I can't handle it, then I'll do something about getting administrators and that. But yeah, I've just got heaps of keywords and yeah, it's probably it's probably, I wouldn't have a bloody clue, mate, to tell you the truth. I've got no idea. Yeah, I don't know. I've got no idea because they're animal emojis. I don't know why. I got no idea. Did you use any full stops in there? If there's any full stops, it'll make it into a link because I've got all links blocked. I don't know. You've just got all animals there, yeah. Yeah, I don't know. That one, I I haven't actually got emojis in any of them. You can't do that on Facebook. You can, but you can't do that on YouTube with emojis. You can't. It's got to be words. So I don't know why that hell. But doesn't do it with any of the others. You'd have to do one of them one at a time to see which is the one that's been picked up. Because you got, I don't know what that is. The first one's that a lion, then a lion, and a lion, or a tiger, lion. I'm not sure what they are. Dogs, a dog and a panda. Anyway. Oh, yeah. Well, don't use full stops. I tell everybody, don't use full stops because anything with a letter before or a number and a dot and then no space and something again becomes a link. And links I've got links blocked, but not those particular ones. Those ones is YouTube's blocked ones, all right? Because as far as the analytics and the everything is, anything that's a dot and after it with something before it is an internet address. .com. You get me? So if you do, Howard full stop and straight away I saw this or whatever, it'll see that as a link. Howard. I saw this, and it'll count it. So my advice to everyone is just do spaces, don't use them, but if you do, just make sure you put the space in between. But that's the ones YouTube pick up, and they count them because I haven't got any of them. That's their doing. They got their own ones in there that they put in. Yeah, I use full stops and that all. I try to do proper punctuation, that's what I do. Yeah, so I don't know. It's happened on a few other sites with me too, where YouTube's canned it because that. Anyhow, there you go. Good night. That was all right, fair. I'm happy with that anyway. I'm happy just being here talking, and what I got today was pretty good. So I'll try and get them back to the bank tomorrow if the machine outside isn't broken, because you can't get inside. And if I can get them back in the machine, I'll grab some more coins out of there. And if I don't, I'll be doing shout out to Snapper for this nice big parcel that he sent. Yeah, so either for the badge book or for the gratitude coin album, one of the two. Yeah. Anyway, that's good. So I've got something to do there tomorrow, and if I can get some coins, I'll do that too. And yeah, all right. So have a good night, have a good weekend, and I will catch up with you tomorrow for that, and maybe some coins too. So yeah. All right. No night. Have a good night, and yeah, real sorry, Christine, about that. I hope it's not too bad. I hope Michael's all right. Yeah, so anyway, nighty night, everyone. Have a good night. All right, ta-da, bye-bye.